you're like, what are we doing with you here? Here we are, woo! I already left Boulder Beach after cold dipping and dunking. And my brother had called me when I was standing in the middle of the river, so I had to call him back before I forgot. So I went ahead and called my brother back, and I couldn't film afterwards to say, hey, I went out and cold dipped on this beautiful Sunday. It was glorious. It felt like summer out there. It's 65 degrees in the air, and it was the river has warmed up to 45 degrees, which, let me tell you, was a very nice surprise. Very nice surprise indeed. There was no wind. It's sunny. It's beautiful. Today's dip was just winning. And we had a really nice turnout. One of the ladies who's come before, and it had been a while since I forget things. She brought a whole bunch of people, so it was really cool, man. It turned out to be, I think, like 7 people showed up. And I was thinking I was going to be the only person, because thankfully one of my buddies came that wasn't going to, he's already cold dipped. Today was his 3rd day in a row. He's really showing up for himself. I'm pretty proud of him. I hope he's proud of himself. For the guys, it's like a lot harder. Women, they show up all day and all night. Like, I mean, they don't, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're more apt to come than men. At least from my experience, and I've seen like on YouTube and out there in the world that there are more men who participate in this activity, but from my experience, there has not been. It's been the ratio to women and men has been, the numbers have been off. But we do have a couple men in our group, and it's nice because it's just nice to have them in the mix. Not to sound weird or anything, but it's a co-ed thing. It's not just a women's only. In my group, it's not a women's only, it's co-ed. So but I enjoy being around people. But what's different, the reason why I mention it is because men, it's their bits down below that make it hard to do it. My bits up above make it hard for me to do, because I notice that if I don't put my boobs in, it's not as hard to do for me. I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry if that's TMI, but I imagine the same applies to a man with his bits below, that once they get cold, that it's really cold. I mean, some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you are not sure. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The point is, it's always cool when people in your group are really showing up for themselves, and it's nice to be in the presence of that. It is for me anyways. And especially because it is so hard from what I've seen and experienced, for men to participate in this activity, that when we have the men that do show up for themselves the way they do, it's nice to be in in the presence of that, in my opinion. Or women, if they come too and they show up for themselves and they're, being consistent and doing more and more each time, it's really awesome to be a part of that, in my opinion. So, I'm just a damn weirdo, and everybody knows that by this point. But I mean, like, I'm still an amateur too. There's people who really do the do and, are hardcore, and I'm not really that hardcore, or maybe I'm more hardcore than others. Who knows? It's not a contest here. And I always tell people that, even the people that came today, I said, there's no judgment here. You go in as far as you can go, and you do as much time as you can do, because there was new people that came today. You do as much time as you can do. I don't tell people it's 3 minutes, it's 4 minutes, it's 5 minutes. I don't do that, because then the next thing you know, you're in for 10 minutes, and if you would have known back at 5 minutes, you probably would have walked out. So unless people ask me, I'm not sitting there telling them every time a minute goes by. I'm just like, just get lost in the sauce, enjoy yourself, don't think about it, and the next thing you know, you've been doing time. Because we're all out there jibber-jawing, talking about this, that, and whatnot. And, and the next thing you know, you're out there, done 10 minutes, and that's what happened today with some of the ladies who cold dipped, that haven't dipped before they did 10 minutes. And I thought that was really awesome to get to be a part of that experience, to get to be around people who are trying to better their lives, trying or doing. I highly encourage those ladies to come back next Sunday, because that's, our regular thing is Sunday cold dip. So it was nice to have some fresh new faces to come out, and some people that don't always come out. Like, I had another buddy who came out today who doesn't usually come, and it was fun. It's just so fun to have people come that don't usually come, and people who come that usually do come. It's nice. It's a good time. And it was a beautiful day. I'm super grateful that I got to go out and have this experience, because I did want to go out yesterday and cold dip, but I have to be productive at home. The sad truth is that I just have so much that I'm behind on in my life. I have yard work I need to get to, because the spring has sprung, and I like my place to be looking better than it does. And so I have lots to do, and yesterday I kind of prioritized my home and things around the house versus going out and doing fun things. Like, I would have loved to have gone dipping yesterday, but you know, I knew I was coming today, so that's part of the reason why I wasn't so hard on myself. I still was productive and got shit done, which is important to me. So I didn't let myself off the hook. I just didn't go and do fun stuff. I do consider cold dipping fun at this point. It's fun for me. It's not, you know, there's times, of course, where I'm just like, I have too much to do. I don't have time for that, but I make time for it. So, as you already know. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. This is one of our shorter drive homes with me because I had to talk to my brother on the phone. I didn't have to. I don't mean it like that. It's just nice to talk to him. Nice to see what's going on with him. But I didn't want to talk to him when I was out in the middle of the river, because when I'm out there with my group, you know, I always take pictures of people. I tell them it's picture proof that they were out there. You know, it's fun. What the ladies that came today were telling me that I'm very inspiring, which really means a lot to me. I do not take that for granted. You know, I just tell people like how it's benefited me in my life and what I ascertained from the experience. And, you know, if people want to be a part of that for themselves, to better themselves or feel that for themselves, you know, I just want people to know, like, I'm like a cold dipping Bible salesman out here, man. I don't know why, but I just have found it my mission to try to spread the word to as many people as possible that this is life-changing, and it doesn't really cost but the gas in your tank and like some swimsuits or some scuba socks or whatever. But really, you can wear wool socks, and who doesn't? Most people will have some wool socks in their sock drawer, and if not, they're not that expensive. You can buy a pair cheaper than scuba socks. You can wear 2 pairs of wool socks. The ladies today, they just wore their Teva sandals. One girl had her Birkenstock like sandals on, and they didn't have no scuba socks, no wool socks, and that's how they've trained themselves to cold dip. And good for them. You know, you might as well do whatever works for you, but if you can, do the most, because at least you'll be conditioned for that already out the gate. But whatever gets you into it, man. I'm just saying, like, it's been completely life-changing for me, like, as far as my pain management goes, because I run, and I'm a mover and a shaker. I like to get shit done. So believe it or not, like, all the things I've done through my life, baling hay, bucking hay, whatever you want to say. I've done so many things, lift freezers, motorcycles, all kinds of shit, man. I'm a mover and a shaker. So my back has suffered the consequences of some of my life choices, and cold dipping has really saved my ass. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Like, it's changed my life in more ways than I'll ever be able to just tell a person, you know. And I'm not trying to sell anybody on anything. I mean, like, this, let me get real serious here. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. Like, I have nothing to sell, and if I had something to sell, that'd be cool, but I don't. And this is nothing to sell anybody other than just bettering their own lives, and it doesn't cost a lot other than the gas in your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's really no excuse for why you can't do this. You're just choosing not to. And I get it, believe me. Like, I've mentioned this in another video before, and from my heart, that there was a time in my life where I said that Jesus could come down from heaven and say, Nicole, this is going to change your life, and you're not even going to believe in more ways than one. And I'd be like, thanks, Jesus. That's great. No. But then I found out for myself that, you know, Jesus didn't even have to come down from wherever and tell me. I just found out that it's really amazing. And I'm trying to tell as many people as possible, because change is at your fingertips, man. Change, in a way, I got sand under my nails. Change is right there at your fingertips, and it doesn't have to be out of your reach. You know, if you can't afford therapy, if you don't like to talk about yourself in that way or tell people your problems, but you still need to better yourself, you still need to condition your mind and your body, this is a way for you to do that. Long story short. And if you don't believe me in any of the things I'm saying, then just find out for yourself. You could take a cold shower. You could just, like, put on some jam music. I think I got some tan today, you guys. Yes. Ooh, what's that? A little bit of sunglasses been sitting on my nose. But I got some tan. That's good. I love it. It's another fine reason to get outside and go cold dip. You get some of that sun, that vitamin D on your largest organ, your skin. You get that fresh air in your lungs. You get if you're in a group, you get to have a sense of community. You get to have some grown-up talk for your parents. You get to hang out with grown-ups. We're not all mature. Like, I'm mostly part-time mature at times when I have to be, but mostly I'm just there to have a good time. Let it go. Give it to the river, man, you know? I just wish that I could take this feeling that I have within myself, and even if it was just one time, offer it to you so that you knew how beneficial and amazing cold dipping is. Cold plunging, cold dipping. You say potato, I say potato. Isn't the same thing. Just take a cold shower, start with something, you'll be really proud of yourself that you made yourself do something that was that hard. Like for me, I have my self-limiting beliefs have gone to the wayside, and I find it very difficult to be in the presence of others and worry about their judgment towards me. I don't worry about their judgment. I'm like, you cannot walk a mile in my shoes, you cannot run a mile in my shoes, and you cannot cold dip a mile in my shoes, whatever it may be. So like, I'm really not going to align myself with taking any kind of criticism from anybody, which is really a new thing for me, because, you know, I'd be worried about what people be thinking about me and blah, 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 all that shit that I don't anymore. Gone with the wind are the self-limiting beliefs and the level of confidence I have money cannot buy. Plus, I just feel like I've healed myself, and I didn't use it. I didn't use pharmaceuticals. I didn't use, I don't know, all the things that you could come up with. This is how I have saved myself. There's no lifeguards on duty here, friend. I'm the lifeguard. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save me. I'm out here saving my own biscuits. My Red Lobster biscuits. Anyways, take it or leave it. It is what it is. You don't have to listen to little old me. What do I know? What do I know? I'm only a mother with twins who just wants to be the best version of herself in your presence. And be a good person for all the people that have to interact with my salty ass ways. Yeah. The best that I can. And some days I struggle, and I'm far from perfect. So pray for me. With that being said, we're going to end it there, because I have a full bladder. Yes, I did pee in the river, but I did drink a lot of water. And I am still on the hydration station, working on chipping away at drinking water, more water than Diet Cola. It's still, pray for me on that too, actually. The struggle is real, and I've still been doing the squat challenge. I did take yesterday off. It's not like a 30-day, you have to do it every day. My ass could not handle that, let me just tell you. But yeah, we're still doing the challenge. I'm thinking about starting that 30-day challenge up here pretty soon again too, but I don't want to make any promises, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I kept jibber-jawing after I said I was going to end it, so forgive me. With that being said, we'll end it here. And hopefully I'll go cold dip tomorrow. I don't know what my plans are, so we'll see. With that being said, peace out, yo, to the next adventure. Love you, bye. Love you, bye.